My Thanksgiving story. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I've told this story every Thanksgiving, and I'm going to tell it again because we're coming close to Thanksgiving. You know, I grew up with a large family and a large extended family, and we had the biggest Thanksgivings. And we would go from one house of relatives to the other, and then we would end up finishing the day stopping at friends' houses and have leftovers. It was a huge celebration and a wonderful, wonderful time. Well, when I was about 17 years old, I moved out to Hollywood from our small Appalachian southern town. And so it was a big change. Although I had some relatives out there, they happened to be gone on my first Thanksgiving. And I was now in college at that time. And so I was going to college out in California. And well, it was Thanksgiving time, and my whole family that I grew up around was all back, back where I grew up. And so I remember not having much money. And, I didn't know anybody. I really didn't because I was so brand new out there and living independently, living on my own. And so basically what happened was I didn't have a place to go for Thanksgiving. So I had decided that I was going to make my own Thanksgiving, even if it was just me and I didn't know anybody to even invite. So in my little one-bedroom apartment, I got myself a TV dinner, a turkey TV dinner with stuffing. I didn't yet know how to make a turkey. I don't even know if I could have afforded a turkey at the time, so I had a 99-cent TV dinner. And I set my table all up and everything like that. I got all ready for it. Well, a couple days before Thanksgiving, I went to a church I had never gone to before. And I remember there was a sign as I first walked into the church. It said, the new pastor and his wife would like to invite anyone that doesn't have a place to go for Thanksgiving. Well, I wrote down the number, and when I got home, I called the number, and they said, we would love to have you. So I had a little $450 blue-red old Mazda, and I think it was a 1972. It had no air conditioning, no radio, nothing, and just kind of chugged down the road. And so I made some kind of, dish to take with me. And I don't remember what I made. Maybe it was dessert. And I showed up at their house on Thanksgiving. They were an older couple. And he was the minister and she was the minister's wife. And they were amazing. Now, that first Thanksgiving, there was only an old lady there. And I was like 18 by then, I think 18 or 19 by that particular time. I had left when I was in my teens, and so from my small town. So I left home when I was 17, and then I gradually got out to California. And so when I was there was a young man there that had some kind of, I think, emotional difficulties, but he shared the Thanksgiving with us. And so it just turned out wonderful. So even though by the next year, my relatives that lived out there had invited me, and I think I ended up going to their house too, but I still went to the preacher's house and his wife for Thanksgiving. By that time, it was like now six guests that came, including their son, and their son kind of liked me. And then the next year, it turned out to be like 20 people. And the following year, it turned out to be even more. Well, I ended up going 6 years in a row to their Thanksgiving, even though by then I was having my own Thanksgivings and had a lot of friends and everything. So I would have my own Thanksgiving, but I'd still go to their house. They were such a wonderful couple at a time that I needed someone to reach out. So with our family, we always reach out to people that, that we know somewhat, that may not have a place to go. And if they'd like to come join us, then we invite them. And so we've kind of made that a pattern that we do now that I have my own family and we celebrate every year. And so the thing about it is that there are a lot of lonely people out there, but even if you can't find some place to go like I did, make your own turkey TV dinner, celebrate Thanksgiving with yourself because you're worth it, okay? So that's my Thanksgiving story, and I wanted to come share it with you, and I tell it every year, and now we just have our Thanksgivings every year. And about 2 years ago, we shared it in my daughter's apartment 2 or 3 years ago, and that was where we had the lamp turning on and off all day here in Grandma's parlor. And I've got that video. I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like the Thanksgiving and the lamp that turned on and off all day. And we sat there with the camera, and it only did it on Thanksgiving Day and slightly the day after. And well, it started the night before Thanksgiving because that was when my mama used to always come on an airplane. She'd come fly in for Thanksgiving, and then she'd leave the day after Thanksgiving. And it started on when my mama would normally come. My mama has since passed, you know, before the lamp started doing that. And I always think maybe that was my mama telling me Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, so you got to go back and look on that video. I just can't quite remember the name of it, but type in Thanksgiving and the lamp that went on and off. And the one that is really good is where the lamp, it shows the lamp going on and off, okay? Well, my Thanksgiving stories. I wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. May God bless you, and I hope to talk to y'all soon again. And I do hope you like, share, subscribe. Hope to talk to you then. Bye-bye.